welcome back to Star City Savages. I gotta say, it's been a long time, and I am really grateful for all of you that are coming back. So, I know that I am a Savage Worlds channel, but today I'm gonna go check out one of my other little indie darlings. Shh, don't tell Savage Worlds. You know what? Go ahead, tell them. They're hanging out with Pathfinder and Rifts and all that jazz. I can hang out with some OSR. Anyway, I don't know if you've heard of Cy Borg, but it is a really fun, really elegant OSR rules light 1 to 2 page system. It's real grimdark. Comes out of Free League. The Stockholm Cartel puts it out. It is a fun game, and I dig it. I think it's fun. Today is not about Cy Borg. No, no. We're putting the cart before the horse because today we're talking about Kill Engn. Kill Engn is a supplement that is put out. It's a third-party supplement, and it's by Hedera, aka Joshua Long, and Unit 6, aka Ryan Stockdale. And they're, of course, fans of Cy Borg, just like I'm a fan of Cy Borg. And they're a fan of mechs, just like I'm a fan of big, stompy robots. So, let's go over, first things first, think of it, this scale right here is what you got to think of. You have A, B, C, and S. C is your standard frame, your standard mech. B is a little bit bigger. That's more of a threat. Like if you're in a mech and you manage to acquire a C size mech, then B will be tougher for you. A is going to be probably the highest, the biggest mech that a player can acquire, and S level is just the boss. So I love that this is included. As with all of the Borg products, you get these sort of handy cheat sheets along the way, and the size scale really helps you sort of get an idea of what the level threat is. All right. So, in order to get the concept of this, I think it's best to think in terms of your mech is a vehicle, but it kind of acts like cyberware. I've been talking to the creator on Discord, and we've been discussing some of the things. And he says, you got to understand that I wanted to flesh out the equipment. I wanted it to sort of work more, to give players more options. And that's really what they've done. For the most part, you're going to be dealing with something called Grivt Dynamics. And of course, one of the conventions with the Borg products is the V replacing of the letters. So I asked Josh about that, and he was like, yeah, it looks like Grivt, but it's really Grift. I'm like, okay, cool. You have sort of locations that you can work with. You've got Grivt Dynamics. You've got the heptagon, which is your shady bar. I like this one. At some point, I want to recreate the Wanted, because the Wanted is effectively a Psy vigilante in a mech. So that's that's fun. So as you can see, if you're familiar with Cy Borg, you can tell that they really do embrace the art style. If you're going to buy and get to playing Cy Borg or any of the board games, you're going to learn really quick that the art is the main selling point. They are almost more of an art book than a game, but they're still fun to play and they're still simple as games. Character creation, pretty much the idea is your mech is a suit. So you're going to have your abilities are going to be based around you as the person inside. Your knowledge and your presence remain the same, but the mech, it gets the buff. Like your strength, your agility, it's based around the parts that you buy. And you'll start out, you'll buy the frames, and the frames will have like their own stats. And that's the basics of it. You'll get your cockpit, it has its own stats. Your power, I love some of the quirkiness of it. Like you've got your own little mini nuclear reactor. You got a vampire core. You got a diesel engine. That's fun. So you can build all kinds of different mechs and really add flavor to it. You got the mobility. You are pretty much building a mech, like this one, the Strider Blades. I think that is so awesome in that you have pretty much knives on your feet. You have attached weapons, and as you're looking at this, you can see that they really have embraced and gone in line with Cy Borg's art style and with their feel, and I can tell they love it. All right, I don't want to show too much because I want you guys to buy the book. You get two. Oh, here, movement. For those of you that are war gamers, this is going to make a lot more sense. I'm just more of a theater nerd in that aspect, but you have rules for playing on the tabletop, so if you want to make this a war game, you have the ability to do it. Or, optionally speaking, you can just do theater of the mind. You have two new classes. You have the Chrome Jockey, getting the Mech Shinji. This is the Shinji you put in there. And then you have the Mechromancer, which, is your wizard with machines. The foes section is really great. I love this area. I love reading about the monsters, but I also like being able to hack them. Like, for instance, I feel almost like I'd be able to take the Junker mech and make that a player mech. Like, I feel like I could just pick it up and take the special off and just have it. Maybe add something else from there. Like, it almost feels like that would be your starting mech. The Void Hunter. I love this one a lot because I feel like more than anything else, this is Atom Smasher. If you wanted to play Edge Runners or whatever, I feel like the Void Hunter is what you would use for that. I dropped the class down to like Class C because, that's just more fun like that. It's more in line, but. Alright, so your mech can get viruses. Things can go wrong with it. So your mechs can be hacked. You can steal mechs. You can just take them. You've got some NPCs here. You've got the president of Grivt. You got more drones. You've got standard workers. You've got a mission generator. Okay, and this is actually one of the things that I did talk with Josh about. The task is with the warhogs, like they're the pets. But I kept looking through the book and I could never find the warhogs. Well, they show up in another supplement called Cast Oblet, and I'll be perfectly honest with you. In my opinion, I think you need to get Cast Oblet as well to really flesh out Kill Engn. So speaking of which, let's look at Cast Oblet. This is the adventure, and it is a lot easier to read, and it's a lot more detailed. And again, look at this art. It's beautiful. So the heptagon is kind of like the tavern that you meet in, and it's a map with full-on locations. It's got random tables for all the things that you want to happen. You've got your own battle arena, so once you get a mech, you can go in there, you can fight it out and make money. Got a workshop. You got a hacker space. You got people that run it, like Fix Gritter. Yeah, talk to that guy. And to really start this ball off, they've got 6 NPCs that can be used as a hook. So if you're a game master, you can roll a d6 and you can figure out who is sending your players on this mission. Mosscroft gets a lot of love as well. Mosscroft is the industrial section of Cy, and I backed Wasteland Degenerates. And I feel like Mosscroft, the section from Cast Oblet, can be just slid right on over there. If you really want to get your players into it, you can absolutely put this section of the book in there. You've got to go through this wasteland and through a little bit of their areas and their towns in order to reach Grivt. And so you have these small areas. Something that you'll notice that the NPCs in the encounters are in their areas. So you don't have to go back to the book, back to that section and look at it. They're right there. I think is a good touch, but at the same time also leads to some problems if you wanted to add other characters. Take for instance here, Max. Max is in a junker mech, and it gives you the location of the junker mech, which is page 46 on Kill Engn. But there's no pilot there. Um, these little sections, like you've got new creatures, like this plant that turns people into zombies. You get your own little Cy version of a bard in Julia here. And then remember the warhogs? Yeah, they show up in Cast Oblet. This is what they look like. And this is their stats. That said, if you have both books and you know about this, or if you just take down the notes, you'll have what you need. Grivt is its own section. It is a fully fleshed out heist area with lots of different locations. I would say that if you were going to run an adventure, you could pick this up and you could use the maps here for just about any part of it. They're fleshed out. The links, remember the hooks with the NPCs at the beginning? Yeah, they conclude here in different areas. So the hook gets wrapped up not all in the same place. Now you got to fight to get in, but you also got to fight to get out once you've achieved your goal. I don't want to, if I go down too far, I'll spoil it for you. But that being said, I would say that if you're a fan of fun, easy to understand, if you're a fan of Cy Borg, if you're a fan of mechs and you want to be able to get in and out of your mech, if you want to add mechs to your Cy Borg game, I'd recommend Kill Engn. It is a fun little supplement, and the people who made it, they really love Cy Borg, and they really love just having a good time playing some games. Alright folks, well I'm Dustin, I'm with Star City Savages, and if you're in the Roanoke area sometime around the end of August, you should look up Crash City Con or Crash City Game Convention. I'm going to be the gaming special guest of honor. I'm going to be running my adventure Razor and the Gale. I created an adventure specifically for Crash City Con because I love that convention. Likewise, I am a Savage Worlds third-party licensee, and I have my own studio. I have Star City Savages, and we put out all kinds of different content. Look for us on starcitysavages.net. I'm going to post a link to my website, and I'm going to post a link to the Kill Engn stuff down below. So I hope you enjoy it. And hey, if I see you at the con, give me a high five. Go check out Cy Borg, go check out Kill Engn, and hey, have a good time. Thanks for coming out.